Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
That's right. Beware, C-ware, D-ware, E-ware, and F-ware too. Anyway, hope you all are having a wonderful Memorial Day so far. Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore for May 25th, 2020. Hope you're all having a good day. And we've got some cool people showing up like Amy Hale, as always. Glad you're here. Carl Witzman, always a pleasure to have you, sir. And we'll also be talking to Carl tomorrow night, but we'll tell you more about that in a moment. Steve Elsmo Frere, good to see you. Jeff German, glad to see you. And Jeff is a rebel. He is saying, I'm going to totally forget all CDC guidelines today. They change too much anyway. No, they don't. They've been really good. They've been saying wear a mask and keep 6 feet away from people all along. It's our politicians who have been piping the other message, but we're not going to get into that because I get the last word on everything. Sorry about that. Dirty Lens. Don't know how it happens. Anyway, Meredith Logren, glad to see you as always. Mary Dumas, Scott Danner. Scott, good to see you, buddy. Nick Tockard and David Anthony Kraft. Dak, I'm glad to see you. I'm always glad to see you, sir. David is the former publisher and editor of Comics Interview, one of the finest, actually one of my favorite comic magazines about comics and pop culture from back in the 80s and 90s. And it doesn't hurt that I was in a couple of issues of it as a retailer. So hunt down those back issues, kids. They're worth gold now. They're worth more than toilet paper. And also, let's see who else. Britt Alicia Thayer just joined us. Glad to see you. And let's get to your comments. Carl Witzman says, good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, my friend. And good morning, Monday morning, my friend, fellow vampires. I mean, campers. Same thing, right? Anyway, Meredith Logren goes, good morning, Nevermorians. Jam-packed day today. I'll be listening in the background. Hugs to you, sweetheart. And Meredith, along with Carl Witzman and the one, the only Luke Stone, will be joining me tomorrow night for an episode of Clever Title Pending. We're going to talk about imposter syndrome. If you don't know what that is and you're a creative person, then you better tune in, because we're going to educate you. And if you do know what it is, at least come in and commiserate with us. Anyway, we're going to try to have a discussion about that. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. And Carl, good morning, says Steve Ellis. And Carl Witzman says Facebook is only 10 seconds slower than YouTube today. Well, see, it's picking up steam now that everybody's going back to work, right? And Cindy Kemp is joining us. Good morning, Cindy Kemp. How the heck are you? Hope you're doing well. And Nick Tockard is here. Good to see you, brother. Good morning, Nevermorians. Manatee Man, the master of marketing, blesses you with warm waters and cold drinks. Either one works, or both of together are awesome. And again, Nick, as I used to say a lot in my single days, thank you for last night. Anyway, Carl Witzman, wear a mask and stay away from people. That was my life before this epidemic, too, except it was a Zorro mask. I don't have any of my masks here. They're on the other side of the room. We've been doing some interior desecrating here, and everything's more of a mess than normal. This is about the only scene of this office I can show you. Otherwise, you would go like, Brian, you keep house like a 4-year-old, which I always have. I'm not a really good one. Anyway, I only get imposter syndrome when I'm breathing. Well, see, there you go. At least, you have some time off then, I'm sure. And Steph Spitzy, good morning to you, Steph. Hope you're having a great morning. And as always, please, folks, if you have anything to promote, like Dave Kraft has Yi Soon Shin, that wonderful series of books that he writes and edits with Henri Compon, our brother from another planet. I'm the one from the other planet, actually. But anyway, please put that in the comments, hit enter, and then let's try to share this message so that people can see how cool you are. And you can tell people, I rubbed elbows with David Anthony Kraft. I have been dactized today, all right? No, Dave is a great guy, fantastic, funny creator, worked on books like Man Wolf and the Defenders and many, many more for Marvel, and did a whole lot of writing like World's Finest Comics on on for DC, did some editing, and he's been everywhere, man. He's been everywhere across the sky and sea, man. Across the never mind. We're not going to get into copyright that way this morning. So anyway, how was everyone's weekend? Is everyone planning something really cool for Memorial Day? And in a serious note here, I do want to thank all the people who have sacrificed their time and, more importantly, their lives in defense of our country and for the lifestyle that we enjoy. And we hope that you'll take at least a moment today and quietly reflect on all that we owe them. All right. And to everyone who's still alive, who has been in the armed services, we thank you for your service. And we hope hope you have some fun plans today. I may wind up visiting a friend later today who has just had some medical issues, and we're probably going to sneak her some food that she shouldn't be having. So, because we want to eat it, and we'd hate to eat alone. So, go Fathy, rise above everyone. And Amy Hale, good morning, Amy, how are you this morning? Hope you're doing well. Be sure to sign up for AuthorAmyHale.com. Also, Author Amy Hale here on Facebook, and Amy's Hale's Angels, whether you are watching on the live show or you're catching us on the reruns. And I got to say, thank you to everyone who watches us when we're not live. You're really, you're making me happy. It really is astounding. And I want to say hello to Andy Davis and Harley Slavic, Charles F. Millhouse. A salute to y'all. Dan Lee, you too. Amy Hussman-McKinley, mwah, glad to have you here. And Cindy Keppel, we got Cindy, mwah, and the one and the only Bishop Stevens is here. Sir, brother, how you doing today? Bishop is an incredible actor, busy guy. Glad to see your career taking off. Plus, he's got his own action figure. He's got his own Funko Pop. I have a plush doll, though. Bishop, it is okay to be jealous. I have a plush doll. All right, see that gorgeous hairline, the sideburns, the khaki pants, the bow tie and the fez, and the glasses. See, this is me. And actually, people have been buying that thing. That's funny. I love that. Cindy Cap says, "Come on over to join me to celebrate the release of Animal Eye." That's her brand new book. Please help her on Thursday evening. I believe it's 6:30 Central. Please check the time at that event and say you're going to go, because it will help her attract more people. It'll show up in more people's newsfeed. So please help her out, okay? Because that's what we do here in Nevermoria. All right. And Charles F. Millhouse, good morning on this wonderful day. Good morning to you. I think we're expecting perhaps showers later, but today's not going to be 90 like it was yesterday here at the compound. I think it's only going to get to 89. So I'm really reveling in the cool weather that's coming in. And Dan Lee says, "Yo, Brian, good morning, sir." Yo, Dan, the man, what's your plan? How you doing today, my friend? Hope all is well. Please, get some covfefe. We're going to be here a while. So anyway, Steph Spissy says, "I don't personally have anything to promote, but a friend of mine has a podcast on Podbean called Nerd-Nighted Nation." That's a great title. They're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram too. Thank you, Steph. I appreciate that. And that's the thing. One of the things is, if you know someone who doesn't give themselves enough credit, doesn't promote themselves enough, well, I guess it falls to you. So yeah, Steph, this is really cool. I love it. Thank you so much for this. That means a lot to me. And Harley Slavic says, "Greetings. Hope all is well." And there is his YouTube channel. Send an email to harleyslavic@gmail.com for all your collecting needs. I believe Carl Witzman's collecting redheaded cheerleaders, so if you could help him out, that would be a help. Charles F. Millhouse, I'll be posting an interview with David Beam today. Yes, it's over an hour long and filled with some awesome writing info. This is one you can't miss. You'll find it on Author Millhouse Presents here on Facebook. Actually, you should sign up for that page and give it a like, because he's got constant material pumping out, and it's all good. It's all interesting. Plus, if you're a good human being, he might let you post there and promote your stuff to a fresh audience. Know what I'm saying? And Cindy Kemp says, "My plans today involve beginning revisions on When the Chameleon Sings." Yes. And creating some new posts for Recur Post. There we go. Recur Post. Good, Cindy. Recur Post is a program that allows you to pre-plan, pre-post things on the interwebs, and Cindy is taking advantage of that. Good girl. And yes, definitely ready for any cooler weather we can get to Steph Spitz. Yeah, I'm for it too. I can handle hotter weather, but then I would wind up doing the show. I've got a fan blowing on me right now, and that's really not bad. I'm not a huge fan of air conditioning for some reason. I'd rather drive with the windows down. It could be 100 outside. I want that wind blowing on my face. And right now, I'm perfectly comfortable. I've got a fan blowing on me from the studio, the other studio. This is the business office. I got to keep my locale straight. But anyway, cool. And we got his attention. Redheaded cheerleader asked Carl Witzman. That would be awesome. Yes, I think they would. See, I was thinking of you, Carl. Harley Slavic says, I'm going to try to start making games to see how that goes. Video games, board games, and card games. Here's the link to our new Facebook page for Pixel Master Games. All right, there we go. Check it out. All right. And we are caught up with your brilliance, your wisdom, and we want to say hello to Guy S. Ricketts, just showed up. Hope you're having a good morning. And Bruce Mai, happy Memorial Day to you. Hope you're doing well, sir. And while we're waiting for stuff to happen, we want to remind you that we have a channel on, let me get rid of that so you can see the address. There we go. Brian, you're so organized. Oh, yes, I know. Thank you. Anyway, that's our YouTube channel. We are kicking that open and putting in some new content. You can find past recent episodes of Nevermind the Furthermore and Clever Title Pending, which Clever Title Pending has been really good lately, if I say so myself. And I think y'all check it out. So please do. We are, like I said, we're also going, like I've been saying, we're also working on some new video material, some instructional stuff for newer writers and creators and publishers, and we're hoping you will take advantage of that when we post them, because they'll be as brilliant and insightful as you've come to expect from me.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready? Ready!
Everyone's a critic. Anyway, back to your comments because they're more fun than I am. Let's see. Carl Witzman says, my bucket list includes a helicopter landing with a bunch of redheaded cheerleaders hopping out and bringing me pie. Apple or cherry? I'm not picky. I'm glad you're leaving room in your fantasy, Carl, for improvisation. Very good, young man. Nick Tockert, again, thank you for including me in the playtesting last night. That was a lot of fun, dude. I have been writing since 6, tweaking and formatting the Hybrids RPG quick play after my playtesters delightfully destroyed the world. Hey, that's what we're for. Yes, Nick Tockert, I gotta tell you guys, when that comes out, that Hybrids art role-playing game, that is going to be awesome. Nick wrote a wonderful adventure, and he ran the creator of Hybrids, the Sons of Gods, Luke Stone, through it, and me. And unfortunately, he made a character that was too much like me, who was going around shooting things and setting things on fire. Well, you know, if you want people to stop chasing you, you set their vehicles on fire. What can I tell you? Anyway, or blow up a gas station. So we had a lot of fun. Luke was knocked out by it. So was I. Nick put a lot of work into it, and he's just starting. So it's going to be fantastic. So if you love things like Champions or Dungeons and Dragons with a superhero twist, it's a really simple game to get into, to play. It's really good. I'm really proud of Nick for, even as still tweakable as it is really well done. Nick, I'm so proud of you. I really am. That's going to be fantastic. And thank you for sending me the other stuff this morning. I will read it later today. For Vintage Fun, check out the original Skyman battles the Master of Steam. Watch a Nazi get a boot to the snoot. Who couldn't stand to see a Nazi get kicked in the face, huh? The hero, the original Skyman, does just that, but you got to read a lot of stuff to get up to it and find out why Skyman is wanted for the murder of his alter ego. Excuse me. So please check it out. It's available on Amazon. It's called The Original Skyman Battles Master of Steam, with a beautiful Pat Boyette cover and an introduction by comics icon Roy Thomas, which I read it and it made me cry. It was so sweet. It was so nice to me. And we are coming down to the wire, says Amy Hale, with our pre-order, and appreciate all the help we can get with feisty heroines. Doormats are for stepping on. No one steps on these heroines. 30 plus pulse racing stories, and a bonus book bundle when you pre-order by June 16th, which is coming up pretty soon, isn't it? So please go to that subscribepage.com and check out the work of Amy Hale and a whole bunch of really great authors. And I'm seriously looking forward to that book, Amy. Feisty heroes are my jam. I know a great deal, many of them, you know what I'm saying? I married one. What the hell? Anyway, City Cap also available here on Amazon. Check it out. Check out my work on Amazon because we got lots of stuff. And if you don't want to buy it from the big giant monolith Amazon, stay tuned because we are going to be having another one of our sales. We had one a few weeks ago, and the response was incredible. I mean, I started out with a full load of stuff that I was going to take to shows, and I decided, well, let's offer some specials. And so I did. Excuse me. And everyone, excuse me, what's wrong with me this morning? Anyway, well, what's wrong with me could fill 2 shows. Anyway, the thing is, I thought, well, let's see if anyone wants them. So I put some sales out and made some offers, and you dang near cleaned me out. And I still get compliments on my package. Yep. Anyway, and Cindy Kemp will get hers eventually because it's trying to chase her down. But anyway, thank you, Cindy. Thank you for taking care of me. I do appreciate that. As always, Carl Witzman. I like reading Nick's descriptions, even though I don't understand a single word of them. Oh, you'll get up to speed, Carl. I mean, he's working with me on this, so he's used to challenged audiences, you know. And speaking of audiences, I want my audience to remember that we are going to be, for the time being, we're settling into a new broadcast schedule. This will leave me, hopefully, more time to write, although that's not worked very well so far. So Cookie put me to work yesterday, and I've been working all morning, too. Yeah, and just a little aside here, I was a little rushed trying to get the show together this morning because I was prepping one of my windows. We're putting up thermal curtains in the studio, and I was prepping the work area when I found there was a wasp inside the window. Well, I'm allergic to bee stings, and so I don't want to see what a wasp sting would do to me. So I closed the window, and then I got some spray and everything. Then I looked and found out why the wasp was inside. It turns out he was building a nest. He was creating a wasp nest in there. So we had to get rid of him, get rid of it, and there went an hour and a half. Meanwhile, trembling with terror that little would come back and sting me. So anyway, it's been a challenging morning. So we're looking forward to relaxing by maybe pulling out some pins from grenades and juggling them. You know, just something a little more soothing to the nerves. But anyway, no, that was part of our morning. But anyway, so we were going to get some stuff together for this morning about our sales and all, but that didn't work out. So we are going to do a more thoughtful event, and we are considering maybe doing some special giveaways that go with it. Now we did some people ordered like the whole kit and caboodle of what I had, so I threw in some other stuff, and chances are we'll do that again. You don't know what you'll get because I don't know what I have. So anyway, please stay tuned to this channel because we are going to fix you up with some Brian Morris goodness here from my ever-growing library. And Cindy Cap says, do you need cool artwork for book swag? Well, who the heck doesn't? Contact Bill Sarden on Sarden Art 76, the artwork of Bill Sarden, where every day he posts cool memes and he does wacky watch parties and he lets you see his warm-up sketches that you can purchase when he's done. Anyway, he's fantastic, and he'll probably be showing up here eventually. And he's also got another channel that we need to get him here and talk about Saturday morning. All right. Anyway, Charles F. Millhouse says, I'm going to be doing the Adventure Box, a chance to buy all of my books at an awesome deal or smaller variations of the same box. Details soon. Check out Stormgate Press. Check out Charles F. Millhouse Presents here on the Book of Faces. You will be a happy person for doing so. So anyway, Harley Slavic, if you want soundtracks to your favorite films and shows, contact us at Harley Slavic Direct Sales and Comic Book Distribution Company via messenger or send an email to harleyslavic@gmail.com with soundtracks you want, and we will try to get them for you. Good man, good man. So yeah, we're caught up again. Cool. So now we just wait for more people to comment. And Bill Sartin just joined us. Bill, glad to have you here. Hope you are having a great morning, my friend. We were just talking about the artist Sartin Art 76, which, by the way, congratulations. He just passed 800 subscribers on that. Very pleased. And Amy Hale says, no books, booze, and a hell of a conversation tonight. I'm taking the day off. I was going to ask about that, Amy, whether you're going to have a show tonight. Something told me you were not. But I understand it's a little warm to be preparing. Preparing for your show is probably half the fun. And by the way, I want to say that, this tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, we're having Meredith Logren, Luke Stone, and Carl Witzman on to talk about imposter syndrome. And we hope you'll join us. It's a very real thing for creative people, and we hope you'll have a greater understanding of it when we're done. And then Tuesday, the 2nd of June, will be an extravaganza because we are going to have Amy Hale on for the entire show. So that's going to be fun. Yes, we are modifying our broadcast schedule for a couple of reasons. One, it's exhausting. Okay. You probably think, well, Brian just comes on 2 hours a day and rants and raves, drinks coffee, then turns the camera off and goes straight to work. No. You have to prep yourself. It's like an actor where you have to prep yourself to get on air. And then you do the show, and of course, once the little light comes on, Brian goes into destroyer mode and proceeds to wipe you out with his energy or his caffeine and adrenaline fueled rants. So anyway, seriously, and that takes a lot out of you. And in fact, I've noticed especially the last couple of months, pardon me, I lost a note here. Last couple of months, I've noticed that I've been experiencing immediately after the show, like within 10 minutes, kind of like an adrenaline dump, that I go from like really, really excited, then I just go straight down, almost like all my blood sugar goes away, which I know isn't the case because I prep donuts before every show. My cardiologist gets his green feeds off of me. But anyway, we are going to be modifying our broadcast schedule. And in fact, we will say that except for special occasions, we are going to modify it so that we are on like once a day, unless we do like a special guest shot on someone else's show, which will actually allow me more energy to do these shows. So, we might have some longer days. They all seem like longer days. And also the fact is that we did the everyday Nevermind the Furthermore with the intent of giving everyone a chance to be someplace instead of going out, instead of spreading the My Sharona Miley Cyrus, okay? And while we've got a long way to go, and I think we're starting to see the start of that second wave already, as some communities are gearing up for a spike in infections. Plus, this is tied to more testing, etc. And South America, keep your eye on South America. They are now, as of this morning, number 3 infected nation, and Brazil has become a giant petri dish. So it's basically become all of New York City. So keep an eye on that in the news, if you will. But anyway, what we want to do is trim it down to a minute, like 5 shows a week. And then some weeks when I have a show where on the weekend I have to leave early Friday, then we may not have a show that day, but we'll let everyone know. So anyway, what the schedule will be probably within the next 2 weeks will be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday will be Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central here, wherever you're watching. And I recommend you go to YouTube because Facebook, A, has done no favors for me lately, and B, YouTube has better sound and picture quality. Second, we will be broadcasting Tuesday nights, of course, our regular Clever Title Pending. And then, on Thursday, I am part of the OnCon network with Rob Anderson, Meredith Logren, and Luke Stone. And we are going to be doing separate shows. I think Meredith is planning to move the Comic Snoop from 7 to 4. I'm not sure. But anyway, anyway, she's going to be part of that network. So is Luke. Luke will be starting off Monday. I don't know what he's going to talk about, but it's going to be interesting because Luke's an interesting guy. He really is. Well, he's been on some of our shows several times, and you love him. We can't get enough of him. So anyway, that's going to be working. That's how it's going to work. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays will be Nevermind the Furthermore. We will be cutting the Sunday and Wednesday shows soon, probably starting next week. And then Tuesday nights will be Clever Title Pending. And then our Thursday show, we've not come up with a good title. But although I will be running a poll, we got some excellent suggestions yesterday from some people. And so we are going to probably choose one of those. Also, please check out down below. You'll see on the crawl that I've got a newsletter. Yes, I do. And it comes out every month. In fact, the next issue is going to be out in less than a week on June 1st. And if you want to pick that issue up and find out where we're going to be the rest of the year, we're also going to try to list some of our virtual cons because that may be all that's left till the end of the year, folks. And you know my travel schedule, right? I have not had a show since early February, and the earliest show I may have will be mid-July, possibly. I haven't pulled the trigger on going, but otherwise I am not adding any new shows to my year. I've got 7 shows left this year. During any other time of the existence, that would be not quite 2 months worth of shows for me. But anyway, so we're doing more stuff online. It's paying off. Thank you. So anyway, please follow us. And if you are watching us from the Rising Tide page on Facebook, please like the page and follow us because we have fresh content daily, at least 2 items every day, often more. And also, like I said, we are on YouTube, and we're looking for 50. We've got about 6 more days. We'd like to get 50 more people, approximately 50 more people, to sign up for our YouTube page, because then we can get our own URL, and that will be a lot more convenient than remembering my misspelling of camouflage and 61821. So anyway, please check that out. Now back to your comments. Harley Slavic says we have the Nightmare Before Christmas soundtrack and the Merry Christmas Charlie Brown soundtrack on vinyl records. That is cool. He'll probably also sell you a record player too. And Darren Morgan, hello, Brian. Hello, Mother. Hello, Mother. Hello. No, anyway, Darren Morgan is part of the Moonlight Films crew and a fine actor. Really, you are. And I like seeing you on screen. You do a good job. Also, don't forget. Moonlight Films has got a page here on Facebook. They also have a page here on YouTube. If you haven't checked it out, go to their YouTube and please subscribe. One, it helps them. It helps their visibility. It helps them get noticed more often in searches, just as you should subscribe to my channel, because I'm greedy and want the same thing. I want people to think of me as the Moonlight Film of books. All right. So anyway, they've got some great films that you can watch for free, including stars like me and Lloyd Kaufman and Tara Bixler and me. There's 2 films with me. Check them out. And Lloyd Kaufman did say he was honored to be in my film. He did tell me that. Anyway, please check it out. All right. And Charles M. Millhouse says David Bean would make a great guest for Clever Title Pending. Yeah, Charles, I tried to, he tried to get onto the show, but the thing is, we're locked into this format for the time being, and we hadn't started the interview version of Clever Title Pending. I will have to reach out to him. We need some more panels, and also we're going to schedule that one with you and Bobby Nash as soon as possible. Okay, I will start sending an email out or a PM out this week. Okay, I haven't forgotten. Amy Hale, even it seems like you talk about nothing, you have to be on. Yes, it's not relaxing even when you enjoy it. Yeah, that's true. It's almost like a sport where you nailed it. And Amy would know. She's got an incredible show, Books, Booze, and One Hail of a Great Conversation, which is a fantastic show. But if I had to be as on point as you are, I'd drink too. And in fact, sometimes at night we do drink during the All Clever Title Pending. That's the thing. I've got to have my wits about me as an interviewer. I can't drink on that show anymore. Although I have told Amy I will drink on the show that she's on if she will drink as well. And Amy, I think for our show, we'll just have no script, no agenda. We'll just talk to each other and ask each other questions. And if everyone wants to join in, we'll read their comments. How's that sound? So anyway, please, when she does do it, check out past editions of Books, Booze, and One Hail of a Conversation. It's on usually her Amy Hale's Angels page. You can be at Hale's Angels if you like that page, or author Amy Hale, and she's fantastic. You really need to check out what she does, and check out her books as well. They are amazing. Seriously, I've read a couple, and I'm not just a friend. I'm a fan. I really am. And Harley Slavic says, message us as Harley Slavic, direct sales and comic book distribution company. If you have any collectibles you are looking for sure. And shooting past all the comments again, Cindy Kemp, the Zon still has Ursulon 1, like hurting the wind. I love that subtitle. And Mindstorm on sale for more than 70% off. Get yours at CKOEPP Amazon. Check out that Bitly address. It'll take you straight to that sales page. You will be glad you did. I love her imagination. And she's got a brand new book and a brand new premiere party this coming Thursday. Please be sure to be there. And happy Memorial Day, says Bill Sarton, Brian and Nevermorians. Or do any of you still call it Decoration Day, like my Southern grandmother always did? Oh, wow. I haven't heard that term in ages. It's always been Memorial Day, I think, for me. Or wasn't it Veterans Day at one point? I'm only on my fourth pot of coffee. I'm too confused. Breathing insecticide. Anyway, and there he is, the one, the only Ted Davies. Ted, glad to see you, sir. And got to say that part of our programming this week, Thursday, on the OnCon Network on Facebook, and the Comic Book Advocates channel on YouTube, which is where you really should watch it, I will have Ted Davies on as my special guest, and he's going to talk about Albino Zulu and his brand new pair of books and the creative process and all kinds of stuff. We're just going to have a fun conversation between a couple of friends. I'm really looking forward to it, and so should you. It's going to be a fun show. Nick Tucker, the post-performance sugar crash, it hits me every time too. Yeah, there is just, I don't know what it is. I don't think it's sugar, but in my case, I think it's adrenaline, because as I said before, once I realized that the countdown's off and I launched the show, I just, I Hulk out and I get crazy. So, and drink a lot of coffee. So anyway, don't know why I get as aggressive as I do, but anyway, there's just some sort of letdown. And I'm glad to hear you and Amy talk about that, because I wondered if it was just me. Because I hang around, and the funny thing is, if I hang around, here's a little known fact, unless you are in StreamYard, which is now our new carrier for our shows, if you, when there's usually one person in charge of the broadcast, in my case, it's rarely me, but when the broadcast is over, when we end the broadcast, we still are in what is called the studio, which is right now there is a screen in the middle of StreamYard.com where I can see what you are seeing on the screen, which is why I've had to train myself. Like if I want to point towards my microphone, I can. But if, say, I want to point towards Julie Newmar in the lower, I have to train myself to point in that direction. And it really, like Kat Rothermo. Okay, I guessed right again. I have to look at it many times where I point is the opposite of where my brain knows where the original object is, such as my brain is. So, I'm glad to hear you and Amy talk about that, because, I thought, as usual, I thought it was just me. And Ted Davies says, great news. I just got word. I have my first sponsor for my YouTube channel. More news to come. Big week of announcements this week at TedDaviesArtistry.com. Check out that webpage. He's freshly assembled that. It is still kind of a hard hat zone, or at least it was the other day. But please check it out. It's already got a lot of stuff there you can check out. And plus, he will be on OnCon at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central with me. On the Comic Book Advocates Network, on Facebook, and on YouTube. YouTube has a better picture. So please join us and join the conversation. We welcome you. We urge you. We await you. And Harley Slavic says if you want voiceover done or if you have a film project you need actors for, contact me via messenger at Harley Slavic, aspiring actor. Very, very cool. And Cindy Cap says Rising Tide's newsletter is the bomb diggity. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you, Cindy. You are the best. You and Rob Anderson, between two of you, I am well taken care of. I really am. But anyway, thank you. Please sign up for that or go to risingtide.pub and sign up there for my monthly newsletter. The next issue will be out around 5 o'clock on June 1st. So if you haven't subscribed already, please do, and make sure that you're that you check your spam filter. We will be telling everyone that the newsletter went out, and make sure we didn't wind up in your spam filter. We don't always use it as a vehicle for selling things, but what we do use it for is to let you know when we have sales. And right now, you still have about 5 or 6 days to go on Smashwords. You can get a free download of my short, quick superhero read, Conflict: A Study in Heroic Contrast. And I will say that the character in there is coming back. I've got plans for her and the others. But anyway, once you're done signing up for my newsletter, go to CKOEPP.com. CKOEP.com and sign up for Cindy's newsletter because she's got an amazing newsletter. It's a great read every month. And you still have time to sign up for my newsletter. See, I told you, on my webpage before it comes out at noonish at CKOEPP.com. Yes, if you want to go right now, and whether you're watching on the rerun or watching live, go there right now, and I'll understand. I'll vamp till you get back, okay? I'll find something to talk about. And Meredith Logren goes, yes, the Comic Noob is moving from 7 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern on Friday to be part of the Comic Book Advocate Network. Topic is how to find the right artist for your story and vice versa. I'm reaching out to writer-artist partners. That would be, let me know, Meredith. Reach out to Eric Hawkins and see if he would be interested. I don't know if he's busy at that time, but if he shows up, I'll gladly pop in there. I don't have to take up the whole show. I want you to get different points of views, Meredith. Meredith's had a couple shows on the Comics Noob. Her goal is to create her own comic book in about a year from now, and she is starting from the ground up. I've been in the last 2 episodes, but watch them anyway. I try to be polite, insightful, and all that garbage. Anyway, but please check it out. And Meredith, keep me in the loop. Like I said, I don't know that I'm the right person for this, but or at least I don't think I am the perfect person for this. But if you do get Eric Hawkins to show up, I will too, if only to defend my character or lack thereof. Anyway, let's see. I just shot past everyone's. Meredith, I don't know what I can do about, like I scroll just a little and suddenly zing, all these comments show up. I should be grateful I have them. And let's see. Do we have anyone I got to say hello to? I do see someone coming. Oh, Todd Sapp. Todd, glad to have you. Hope your morning's going well, sir. Happy Memorial Day to you. And happy Memorial Day to Paul S. Roof, who's in his superhero disguise as Indie Creators Unite, although I would never tell anyone of his dual identity. Good morning to you, Paul. Hope you have a great morning. And you can tune into replays of Brian's show, says Meredith Logren. Clever title pending through the Geek Insider podcast or at geekinsider.com/podcast. He's also on iHeartRadio and Spotify and on many of your listening apps. I am everywhere, and thanks to Meredith, my media empire grows. Wah, haw, and haw. And now, if you go there and you want to say, listen to my talk on with Cindy Cap and Charles F. Millhouse, you'll find it there. If you want to hear our conversation with Rick Bradley and Teresa Dunn, it's there too. Also, my talk with Luke Stone, Bill Roth, and Ken Keller about Starcross Comics. You know where to go now. I'm everywhere. And if you don't like looking at me, then you can go to those channels and just listen to my high-pitched, whiny voice. Anyway, Charles F. Millhouse says, my mom called it Decoration Day. I think growing up it was was it? Yeah, I think it was Veterans Day growing up for me. And it's funny because most of my family did serve in the military, at least the males did, on both sides. I think I'm the first one that didn't. That's probably why they kicked me out. And Clayton, is Clayton Merwin here? Is Clayton Merwin here, the great artist, the fantastic cover artist of the latest Captain Hawkland book? Why, yes, he is. Just popped in to wish you a blessed and Memorial Day, Brian. Thank you, Clayton Merwin. Please check out the artoftheheromaker.com. This man is crazy, crazy talented, and he's a good person, and we want to see him get some business from everyone. Clayton, thank you for being here, and thank you for the kind wishes, sir. I wish nothing but the same to you and your lady and those closest to you, okay? Thank you, Clayton, for your thoughtfulness. And thank you to everyone for your service. And Nick Tucker says, I have to brag on the awesomeness of my wife, alongside of working back and forth on the sequel to her work, Coy Wolf, at Amanda Tucker sales page at Amazon.com. She ordered me the limited lo-fi girl figure from Chilled Cow's lo-fi music to study and work to live stream, vital to my creative process, so I am a lucky man. She is a darling lady. Amanda is a wonderful creative lady, another librarian, and because Nick's a librarian too, and she's a delight. I love her like I love you, pal. And seriously, you know, I think it's one of those things where like people see me and Cookie together and they go, okay, I get it. I get why they're together. And I get the same vibe from you and Amanda. So please go to Amazon.com/author /Amanda Tockert. Also, while you're there, after you've bought all of Amanda's books, 2 of them, go in there and then do the same address except substitute Amanda Tockert for Nicholas Tockert, and then buy all of his stuff like Big BSR, Big Stumpy Robots. How could you not love that title? What is wrong with you if you don't love that title? Anyway, Harley Slavic, available to order for $21.98. Aladdin, Songs from the Motion Picture, picture disc, vinyl, LP, limited edition. Send our business page a letter or message rather on Facebook or Instagram, or send an email to place an order at harleyslavic@gmail.com. Cool. And Clayton Merwin, having been outed in our audience, goes, hey, Charles. There we go. As opposed to, hey, Abbott. Okay, see, Bill Zarn says, this past Saturday, if you remember, I held my super spectacular sketch giveaway contest where one lucky winner had their choice of one of 3 sketches. I ended up only having a half dozen or so entering, which was fine with me. The unusual thing is, as I let each person choose which sketch they wanted to win, every single one wanted the same sketch. Go figure. This contest not only got my artwork page more likes, it gave me 2 more top fans, one being our own Jessica Johnson. Excellent. And I received, and it cut you off there. Sorry, dude. So anyway, we'll get back. If you want to type out the rest of it, that would be great. But we got to catch up with your comments. We are behind again. Charles F. Millhouse says Clayton Merwin is the awesome artist for the next Captain Hawkland book, The Ghost Army, coming soon. Not soon enough, my friend. Not soon enough. Harley Slavic says we would pay $16.31 for the soundtrack, so not making a big profit off of it. That's fine. You're entitled to make a profit, dude. This is what this country is about. That's the profit motive, okay? And hi, Brian. Hi, Jeff Gurman. How are you, brother? It's good to see you, man. Haven't talked to you in ages. I hope you're doing well, sir. And Clayton Merwin, Charles F. Millhouse, thank you, kind sir. And hashtag from Bill Sarn, bring Cookie home. Thank you, Bill. Thank you so much. Appreciate that a lot. And we're hoping she's got to see that I'm the great wasp killer of this house. And Clayton Merwin says, Charles F. Millhouse, and you are the awesome writer for which I draw for. Very cool. And you're too kind, sir, says Charles F. Millhouse. Oh, get a room. Oh, wait, you're in one. Never mind. Ted Davies, Rising Tide is a shining example of how compassion, integrity, and networking can really raise all ships. Thank you, Brian. Well, Ted, thank you. You didn't have to do that. And this is a symptom of imposter syndrome, I think. I think it's trouble taking compliments. So thank you, Ted. But thank you. You are Rising Tide too, man. And because you've got a golden heart, man, and you work to help others too. So that's what this is about. All right. And there she is. She's been invoked. Jessica Johnson, good morning, everyone. Mwah. Good morning to you, Jessica. Hope you're doing well. Hope all is well at the Johnson household today. And there she is. She's got a link to her Facebook page, Heroes for Kids out of Perrysville, Missouri. Once we're all out of this sheltering at home and the events can start again, hopefully this year, you need somebody that's going to draw people in. And nothing draws fans in like cosplay. Even if they don't participate, they love looking at people. Well, Jessica Johnson and Lonnie Johnson have a great group called Heroes for Kids out of Perryville, Missouri, that gives you a lot of really cool people and cool costumes to look at. And also, they have a number of pop culture collectibles that you can buy, and the proceeds of which go towards children's charities. So you definitely want to support that. And you also want to support Hero Kid Team in Perrysville, Missouri. You can get more information at that at the page here that you see on the bottom left of your screen. And also, if you are a vendor of any stripe, please contact Jessica Johnson and see about getting a table. I understand there's still a couple tables left, so you want to get there. You're going to have a good time. It's a great networking experience. You're going to have fun. Perryville is a great, great place. And Jessica and Lonnie Johnson are great hosts. They really are. I love them to death. I really do. Look forward to seeing you again, Jess. I've got a whole bunch of hugs I've been saving up. You and your husband. Charles F. Millhouse, starting from the ground up is the right way to do it, Meredith Logren. Lots of new writers and creators, and not so new. Try and start at the top instead of working hard. Yeah. Oh, Charles, yeah, I'm slowing down for that. That's a good observation. That really is. And how many of you, and this is not going to sound terribly rising tide, but I think it's human. How many of you, once you start to show some success, suddenly people pop up out of the woodwork, and all of a sudden, like, oh, I'm so happy for you, bring me with you, sort of thing. And I don't mind helping, but I'll give somebody a helping hand, but I'm not going to give anyone a free ride. I didn't get one. I didn't want one. I wanted to learn everything I could and to earn everything I could. And I think earning what you get is part of it. I think Rob Anderson did a show on that last week on OnCon I need to catch up with. But yeah, definitely. Seriously, get immersed. If you find you have a passion or something you're really good at, start at the bottom, start at the beginning. Become immersed in it, understand the journey, understand the process. And when I was already a freelance writer when I started doing this full time 8 years ago out of necessity. And it's been a bumpy ride at times, but I wouldn't exchange any of the bumps for anything easy, because while I've gotten an immense amount of help from my friends, and I am ever so grateful, and spending the rest of my waking hours trying to either repay them or pay it forward. Fact is, I got help and I'm grateful, but just the same, I hope I earned that assistance. So anyway, that's how I work too with other people, or I try to. And good morning, Rick Bradley, and good morning to you, my friend. And I say good morning, Rick Bradley, even if I mangle things. I know what I need. Suddenly my head is clear again. I wish. And I'm just checking to see if there's anyone I need to say hello to. And Ken Keller. Ken, glad to see you, sir. Red Talon, congratulations on that fantastic Kickstarter campaign. Very proud of you, young man. Very proud indeed. And Cindy Cap, if you like my cover art on Animal Eye, and you will, oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Seriously. Contact Mary Campagna Finley at Elk Jerky for the Soul. I love that name. That is so fun. And Clayton Merwin says, hello, Rick. All right. And Rick Bradley says, on a dare, Sam explores an old house that supposedly was the scene of the grisly murder of a family. He found a little blue marble for proof he was there. After getting home and shining the marble under his light, faces could be seen. Faces in horrible pain. But that's just his imagination, right? Find out in Rick Bradley's first published work, The Marble, in the horror anthology, The Nightmare Collective. You can pick that up on Amazon in both paperback and digital form. That is excellent copy there, Rick. Well done, young man. Excellent. And Steph Smithy, Veterans Day is a separate holiday. I am so confused as to what day it is. For all I know, it's Arbor Day and St. Swithin's Day, for all I know it's anymore. That's another reason we're cutting back on the broadcasting. I think it's starting to... you do the same thing every day and it starts to affect you. Well, I've been affected for about 3 weeks now, where I barely know what day it is. I have to like cross off days in my calendar here, so I know. And I look at the lower right hand corner of my computer screen, and I know it's May 25th, 2020. And so I look at the corresponding day in my planner, and I know what I'm supposed to do. So anyway, it's a wonder I haven't missed any broadcasts so far. And it's in November. You're right, Steph. You're right. Okay, I was confused. And so today, on November 48th, in the year 412. I am so brain dead. Anyway, Steph, thank you for the reminder. I do need it sometimes. And hello, Clayton. How have you been? Hello, is it me you're looking for? Anyway, Rick Bradley says hello. And Cindy Kemp, if you like the cover art for Mindstorm, Ursulon 1 and 2, and Condemned Courier, I love the titles. Go chat with Matt Ostrom at mattostrom.com. Seriously great artist. And Rick Bradley says, come out and check out my author page at rbradley42 on the Book of Faces. That's Facebook for you, for everyone else. And Rick Bradley says, I also have my website at authorrickbradley.com. Beautiful, beautiful. Harley Slav, a happy Memorial Day to those who had family or friends in the military who passed during their time. Yes, I completely agree. In all seriousness, we do want to thank everyone who is living and has given time or their lives to keep our freedom, and especially to those who died in the process of defending us. Seriously, this is a special day, and I think it's one that no matter what your beliefs as far as the government or the military go, you should be grateful for the sacrifice of those who gave their lives so that we could be free. All right. Thank you all very much. Seriously. And Bill Sarn says, I have a stupid question, Brian. Setting myself up for a zinger from Brian. Well, as I usually say, Bill, there are no such thing as stupid questions, but I can't guarantee the answer you get. And as far as I know, Bill, you could break that streak of stupid questions non-appearance. Anyway, you briefly mentioned about a new show for Thursday. I know that I came in late yesterday because of my online church service, and that's fine. That's good. In fact, that's good. I was hearing title suggestions but don't know what it's about and didn't have time to ask you before your show ended yesterday. Please elaborate, kind sir. Okay, well, let's see. I'm going to do it real fast because I am a bit behind in comments here, and I do want to try to catch up. But anyway, we have a Thursday, the OnCon Network, which has been Rob Anderson's, MrAnderson.com. That's been his baby. And he's been broadcasting twice a day for about 75 days now. I followed him not long after, and I recognized that I need to pull back, and he knows it too. So Rob has surrendered at least 3 days of the OnCon on the OnCon Experience page here on Facebook, also on the Comic Book Advocates Network page on Facebook. In fact, we have a sophisticated graphic that should elaborate. There we go. And all right, and I'm going to kill your statement here for a moment, Bill, just so we can see it. All right, in all its glory. There we go. The Advocates for All Comics, the Global Digital Comic Con at Comic Book Advocates here on Facebook and on YouTube. So anyway, Rob said pretty much that we need to he needed to start handing off some shows. So I took Thursdays. Meredith is taking Fridays, and the weekends will be various people supplying content as needed. But anyway, and then Luke Stone will be doing Monday. So Rob will be doing the weekends and Tuesday and Wednesday. So we're kind of splitting it between us. And so I took Thursday with the intent that it would also be an interview show like we've been doing on Clever Title Pending. And I got about a dozen really good suggestions, and we will create a poll later so you can see what they were. I'm really optimistic. I'm really digging the format of the interviews because I've got a newspaper background, and I come in with minimal preparedness so that I can learn with you, but I still want to be able to guide the conversation to a degree to make it interesting. So please join me Thursday when we talk to Ted Davies at 4 p.m. on the Comic Book Advocates Network channel on Facebook and on YouTube. And picking up again, not Bill Bradley. He's a coach for basketball. Even I know that. Is Bill starting? Passing the ball to Rick Bradley. I have also started up some RPG lists along with Dave Woodrum at Fishwife Publications at drivethrurpg.com, and check out his first 200-page random lists, or not 100-page, but 100 item random lists there. Please check them out. He can write them, I can't say them. So it's a crazy world. And Amy Hill, got to run. You all have a great day. Amy, thank you for being here. Hope you and John and the family have a fantastic day. Take care, hon. We'll be talking later this week. And Cindy Camp, I intentionally named the pilot in Remnant in the Stars Kirsten Abbott, so I could have a goofy as I am character holler, "Hey, Abbott!" Well, I keep telling people that I do have story ideas for 2 more Sandestein books, just not the time yet to write them. And the third one is going to be about a monastery near Geneva that worships Saint Abbot, Saint Costello. That was it, and it was going to be Sandestein meets the Abbot of Saint Costello. At which point does not assure me that I will make it to heaven with titles like that. But when he says, I will tell you all about Volcana 3. I will burn in hell for that title, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's going to be funny. Jessica Johnson says, Heroes for Kids Comic-Con has a green light to continue. Cool. July 18th in Perryville, Missouri. Proceeds are being split between the Missouri National Veterans Memorial Wall and St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And this is one where the table fees and the people that walk in through the door, the admission fees will be given, a percentage will be given to those 2 charities, a sizable sum. Last year for the 2 charities for the inaugural Heroes for Kids event, Jess and Lonnie Johnson gave over $2,000 to 2 separate wonderful, deserving charities. So please, if nothing else, please buy a ticket. All right. Even if you don't show up, buy a ticket so that you can contribute to these incredibly worthwhile charities there. And Ken Keller, happy Memorial Day. Ken Keller, happy post-birthday. Well, it was Bill Ralph that had the birthday recently, wasn't it? Anyway, happy. See, all the days are blending together, Ken. Anyway, Ken, congratulations on your amazing Kickstarter success with Red Talon 1 and 2. Looking forward to getting those in the mail. And I hope you as well and yours have a very, very happy celebration of Memorial Day. Thank you for being here, Ken. I appreciate it, as always. Harley Slavix is also available for special order for $24.98 Pulp Fiction music from the motion picture. It's a reissue, a French import reissue. It's an LP. Email harleyslavic@gmail.com to order your copy today. And Ted Davies says, Meredith Logren rocks. Darn right she does, and she rocks hard. Keep an eye on her and her great content at Meredith J. 99, definitely. And also check out geekinsider.com. There is a lot of stuff. Also, they have a page on Facebook that has an amazing amount of content. She is fantastic. She is so very creative. And again, she is responsible for the look of the show, the new look, which, as I've been saying, this is when I first envisioned Nevermind the Furthermore, I wanted it to look like this. It was as far from that as a show could possibly get. But thanks to Meredith, our childhood dreams have been realized, and we sleep happy at night knowing that Meredith is watching over us. Although it's a little creepy with that ladder pushed up against the window. Anyway, Bill Sarn says, to finish the original comment about the contest, I received 2 new top fans, a few more page likes, and have been commissioned to do two sketches. There you go. I'm so jazzed that to show my appreciation tonight on the artwork of Bill Sarn at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, I'll be showing the movie Time Bandits. OMG, I love that movie, Time Bandits. And any right-thinking person should. It is a fantastic, fantastic movie produced by George Harrison of the Beatles. And seriously, it's a star-studded cast, an amazing movie. Seriously, that is a fun film. I remember seeing it a couple times in the theater. It was wonderful. And Ken Keller, Magic Coffee. I just rolled out of bed. I've been up since 5. So I think that's why I'm kind of like, I've come over the hill. I've gotten some work done, and I got some blinds put up. I took care of a wasp nest that was being built, and now I'm going to relax. by doing this show. Anyway, Covfefe, my friend, Covfefe, rise above Ken Keller. And you produce awesome comics, dude. And thanks, Brian. No, Ken, thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. And Harley Slavic says, more important is push through the struggle and learn from your mistakes you will make. Also accept that you will make mistakes. That's true. I had to learn early on in the writing thing not to beat myself up over stuff. In fact, one thing I learned from acting, a lot of times you'll see actors on stage or screen when they blow a take, which is not a feature in Mad Magazine, trust me. When they make a mistake and they go, like that. And my first director, she told me, don't do that. You're just wasting energy. Save that energy for your next attempt and make it better. And it's true. It's true. I don't waste time beating myself up over mistakes because once the green light on this show starts going, man, the mistakes, the mistakes will fly. This is practically a 2-hour blooper reel every day. Well, 6 days a week now, but probably starting next week, we're going to probably cut out one more day. Hey, okay, I'm going to put it to you, guys and gals who are here for the live show at 1 hour into the broadcast. I would like your honest opinion. If I were to cut out Saturday or Wednesday of the morning shows, which one would you prefer it to be? We're gonna start with Saturday or excuse me, not Saturday. We've already killed Saturday. Make that Sunday or Wednesday. Sunday or Wednesday, which should I cancel out? Or not Wednesday, dang it. There I go, expending energy. No, Tuesday. We'll make it Sunday or Tuesday. That's it. Because I do want to, it will eventually be, Monday will be Clever Title Pending. Monday will be Nevermind the Furthermore. Tuesday will be Clever Title Pending. Wednesday will be Nevermind the Furthermore. Thursday will be the yet-to-be-named OnCon program. And then Friday will be, closing out the week, will be Nevermind the Furthermore. And we will take back the weekends. Because shows will eventually have to start. It may be 2025 before they do, but we still have to start them. So anyway, what day would you like to see go first? Sunday or Tuesday? Now, keep in mind that Sunday does feature the live reading of Sandestein, the post-holiday Prometheus, my best-selling book. And we will simply move that day. We will move the reading to another day. Okay. Anyway, I want your opinion, if you would, please. And congratulations, Ken Keller, says Harley Slavic. I agree. That was a fantastic campaign. And thanks, Harley, he says. And today is Bleen Day. Today is Bleen Day. Okay, I was reading that, right? Well, hooray. Celebrate Bleen Day inappropriately. Okay. I'm lost. Anyway, Andy Emily, glad to see you, brother. Hope you're having a great morning so far. And you're welcome. You earned it. Definitely, Harley. He did. And for a fun replay, tune in to Meredith Walgren's interview with Cody Renee Cameron and Robin Sidney from the Full Moon Features film Barbie and Kendra Save the Tiger King. That looks like fun. I caught a little bit of that interview. That was so cool. They were amazing. Check them out on YouTube. Also, when you're there on Meredith's channel, subscribe to that page. And we got to push her up to, where are we pushing you? To 100 too? I want to be 100. I want to be 100 before the end of the month. We'll push Meredith first. She does a lot, and she works harder than I do. Ted Davies, Carl Wisman, would you be doing any shows with the cigar theme? I'd like to educate some people on the joys of cigars. Thoughts? Ooh. And it's funny, Ted. I've got a buddy who is an artist for Archie Comics. He does something similar, but it's pipe tobacco based. And he's got something like, bazillion pounds of, he's had to reinforce a bazillion pounds of pipe tobacco he gets all the time to review. That's like almost become his career now, writing reviews for pipe tobacco. This could be a secondary thing for you, brother. And thank you, veterans, for your service, says Charles F. Millhouse, so we could be here doing what we love. I agree completely, Charles, and I could not have said it any more succinctly nor any more heartfelt. Thank you very much, Charles, and thank you, veterans, seriously, from everyone here at Nevermind the Furthermore, which at the moment is me. And let's see, here we go. Shot past a whole bunch of other comments again. I guess if I caught up, it wouldn't be so bad. The Hero Makers Fine Art and Comic Art is a page here on Facebook. Also, the artoftheheromaker.com, and where you can check out the work and the portfolio of Clayton Merwin. You will be greatly impressed. I was. Cindy Cap, I used to be a teacher. Yes, there are stupid questions. I used to be a student. I used to ask a lot of them, so I get it. Yeah, I'm trying to make everyone feel better, though, Cindy. Carl Witzman says, I like that idea, Ted. Maybe something on YouTube eventually. Maybe something about kinds of cigars, hold to light them, etc. Yeah, seriously. In all seriousness, I'm not a smoker of any type. But I think a show like that would be interesting because a lot of times I like watching programs as a non-participant to find out why you do appreciate it. And I know there's a science to it. I never realized how many coffees are kind of like wines with, different flavor levels until I attended a lecture from a professional coffee buyer, and that changed my appreciation of the magic brew. So, kofefe to everyone. Guys, seriously consider that. I really think you should. Ken Keller says, is the sky blue? Yeah, there we go. There you go. Charles F. Millhouse, the boss just got home, so I'm off to spend time with her. Don't be productive today, folks. Spend it with your loved ones. This time will not come again. That's true. Well, in my case, we're going to be productive, but we're going to be in the same room doing it. So that'll work for us. Anyway, Charles, much love to you and Marianne. Thank you for being here, and you have a fantastic rest of your Memorial Day, my friend. We'll see you tomorrow. Harley Slavic says, available to order for $16.98. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, the original motion picture soundtrack on colored vinyl. Write to harleyslavic@gmail.com and find out how you can get yours. Bill Sartin says, FYI, Veterans Day is to thank those who came home from a war, Memorial Day to remember those who didn't make it back. I will remember everyone who went. Seriously, that's where I rock. That way I got everybody covered too. And Ken Keller, go Advocates. You got that right, man. You are an advocate. We are all advocates for what we love here, and that's comics and creativity. And have a great day, brother, says Clayton Merwin. I fully agree, sir. And Facebook, the Movie House Cinema for Harley Slavic's new project. Also, his YouTube channel. Also, Harley Slavic's Facebook page for Pixtel Master Games. All right, excellent. And Rick Bradley says, my Facebook memories popped up about my Uncle Troy passing away a few years ago. My deepest condolences, sir. He was a veteran of World War II and the Korean conflict. He drove tanks, and he was a really awesome man. A lot of my family and friends have served, and I love them for it. I have a great deal of respect for my paternal family, most of whom that I knew are gone now, but they all served in the military. And while at the time I was of age, I did not want to support the Vietnam conflict in any way, shape, or form. I didn't believe in that war, and to this day, I'm still questioning why we were there. But I do not question the courage of anyone who went, and I do not question the reasons for which they enlisted or wound up going. But I do respect the hell out of them. I really do, and we owe them so very much, and we can never really repay them adequately for what they risked and what they gave for this country. Ken Keller, hey, my birthday was March 28th, but thank you. That's okay. I have forgotten my own birthday 3 times, Ken Keller. I remember the first time, I was still in my 20s when I forgot it. I went to work. I was working in a comic shop. I was the manager, and the owner came up and he said, Brian, it's your mom. She's on the phone. I'm like, in the middle of the morning, what the hell's going on? Is she, something wrong? And I pick it up and I go, Mom? And she starts singing Happy Birthday, and I forgot what day it was. And I'm like, are you okay? Why are you singing that? And she goes, you know what day it is, stupid? And I'm like, oh, yeah, that one. So, and Cookies had to remind me a couple times. So, and this was when I was younger. Now I'm better about it, of all things. And we can now rejoice. We can now rest because Andy Shaggy Cordy is here. Thank you, Andy. Hope you're having a good morning. Happy Memorial Day to you. And EmpireComicsLab.com is the place where all the coolest comics are currently being produced. And you gotta get you some. And right now, if you go to that site, while the My Sharona Miley Cyrus is active, and we're all dealing with it by staying at home like we should, you can you can download some of the Empire Comics Lab material for free right now. Please take advantage of it. There's some really good reading there. It's Actionthology, it's The Manor, it's Cemetery Plots, the best comic horror title ever. The title alone is worth it. So please check it out. And also check out Lab Rats, especially the 4th issue, where there's a collaboration between myself and Mr. Cordy, and it turned out fantastic. And she gave the show a facelift. Ken, she sure did. This was, we did okay, but it was pretty plain. But now we're just like, you got stuff all over to look at. It's kind of an extravaganza, and I'm happy. And Andy, I'm like glad to have you here, brother. And let's see, fellow Louisville is. Follow Louisville is Funny on Facebook. I'll be part of an online show Friday night. Oh, that's awesome, Andy. Please promote yourself on my page and on Rising Tide, if you would, Andy. I'd like to get some more eyes in front of you. All right. What you'll do with all those eyes, I recommend you put them in jars right away. Giantess Meredith Logren needs a ladder. Ha! Says Carl Witzman. Yes, Meredith and I are going to do a show that you're definitely going to have to show your driver's license for proof of age for one of these days. And Ken Keller mocks me with his laughter as well. He should. And Andy Shaggy Corey says, thanks to everyone who voted in the Memorial Day sketch card poll. Nick Fury won. I set him as my profile pick, and the sketch card is $10 plus shipping. Very cool. And he invokes Phil Mackey, an incredible artist and animator, to come forth. He probably keeps late hours. I got to start showing up for his show. I have been remiss about that. I suck as a human being and friend. And Andy Shaggy Corey, well, I can't make Tuesday morning because I'm at work. Well, I appreciate your being here, Andy, as I always do. I'm glad you're here, man. And Rick Bradley says, one of the best pieces of advice I received was that my first draft will always be crap. That's true. I'm probably the one who gave it to you because I write crappy first drafts. And I should be ready to fix it. If I had not been told that, then I probably wouldn't have continued trying. Yeah, once you get over the idea that your first act, the first draft is always fixable. Once you get past that and absorb that, you will be able to redo your work. And in fact, there are ways to look at it a little more dispassionately so you can make those necessary cuts if you need to. And actually, I like the revision process. I really do. I have this little scintilla of annoyance that I didn't get it right the first time, but it works out. It works out. And I'm glad you realize that. That is good advice. Remember, folks, your first drafts suck. This has been a public service announcement from Rising Tide Publications. Have a nice day. And Nick Tucker says, you should probably plan on cutting Sunday, as you will likely have to cut it as cons return. Exactly. Sunday is kind of leaning. I'm kind of leaning towards Sunday at this point. Because, again, like you said, the shows will continue. So that's my suggestion, too. But I wanted to run it past you. I'd like to kind of wean myself off the web. And otherwise, by the end of June, I will have my new schedule fully in place. Meredith Logren says, take your weekend back. Wouldn't it be amazing to have 2 days to get writing done and spend time with Cookie? Hashtag bring Cookie home. Hashtag keep Cookie home. Oh, darn you, Meredith Logren. You're appealing to that twisted little lump of coal in my ribcage that used to be my heart. And it's working. Yeah, Sunday is kind of a lead with me, but I'm willing to hear other opinions, like that of Christine B. McAnally. Mwah, glad to have you, Christine. Hope your morning is going well. I woke up at 10 a.m. because the room was too hot. 82 and rising. I hear you. Been listening quietly in the background. Well, we like it when you're noisy, Christine. Please join in. We love talking to you. Gearing up for painting and sewing. Have laundry to do. Black bean burgers to still make. Chocolate biscotti. Strawberries, scones, and blackberry bars. And I'll be over in 20 minutes, hon. And I bought a kiddie pool. Love you all. Let Sunday go. Love you too, Christine. Wow, glad to see you. It's been too long since you've been here. Please, please, please come back and visit us often. At least say hello. It makes me happy. And next in line is Cindy Kemp. Tuesday morning, I'm working, so I can't catch more than 10 minutes. Tuesday or Thursday will be one of the next ones if Sunday wins. Rick Bradley says, I gotta agree, take Sunday off. That way anyone who has church also won't have to miss a show. That's true. Although I do have a pretty blasphemous crowd. I've pretty well got the blasphemy market cornered. As far as my audience goes, it's like, gee, should we go worship the Lord or should we watch Brian? I know, let's watch Brian. He'll be doing something. He'll send his soul to hell. Anyway, okay, the Sundays are winning right now. So everybody's going for Tuesday or Thursday. You got to catch up. We've got one vote for Tuesday from Cindy Cap. And Nick Tucker says, bring Cookie home. Thank you, brother. Thank you. So she can play games with it. I told her about the game, and she was grinning the whole time. And every time I said something like, I shoot the thing, or I shoot the hovercraft, and she started laughing because she knows what kind of player I am. I've destroyed more than one of her campaigns too. And buy Cookie chocolate. Amen, brother. Amen, brother. The one time we had Charles F. Millhouse, not Charles F. Millhouse, but Charles D. Moisant of Silver Phoenix Entertainment on the show. He was at our house and we were interviewing Philo Barnhart. And for some reason, Charles thought it was funny to go through all my cabinets and get things and go, woo, with them. I still don't understand. And Cookie keeps a cache of dark chocolate. Now, it's for the endorphins. Seriously, we have it in case, she falls depressed, and it picks her right up. And he got into that, and I saw that, and I said, you put that down right now. Don't even pretend it's funny, because it's not. And he's like, well, I want to play with it. I'm like, no, you do anything to that chocolate, and Cookie will kill you. And if there is anything left, I will kill what's left. And I'm serious. You put that back you put that back. She likes cold, dark, like super dark chocolate, and that just perks her up in a heartbeat. So I'm glad to have some around the house only for my self-preservation. Rick Bradley says, I know I like a good cigar. The Speakeasy in my hometown has a cigar room, and oh man, does it smell divine in there. Yeah, I don't smoke myself, but I appreciate the aroma of good pipe and cigar tobacco. I think I'm more of a fan of pipe tobacco, pardon my nose, than I am cigars, but I have smelled some really awesome, beautiful cigars. And and the thing is, I visited Carl Witzman in his home one time, and thank you, Carl. And it smelled lovely. It really did. It wasn't like he was getting like Swisher Sweets. It didn't smell like Swisher Sweets in there. It smelled like Carl had actually spent some real money on a cigar. So it was nice. I enjoyed my visit. Plus the company with him and Donna Carlene was divine. And Cindy kept, do I have to answer questions? Do I have to answer question 2? Would you like even a chance of getting credit for it? Oh my God. Yeah. I was probably not a friend of my teachers at an early age, but yes, Cindy, it is possible, and I'm sure the teachers will get it more than quasi celebrities like me, as far as stupid comments, stupid questions go. So, although I've been pretty stupid question free at times, I'm pretty happy with that. So yeah. I feel you, Cindy. I so feel you. And Carl Westman said, Ted, if you want to collaborate on a cigar show, I'd be open to that too. We'll talk off this show. Yeah, make it happen, guys. Make it happen. I'd love to support you. And hashtag bring Cookie home. Thank you, Andy Shaggy Cordy. Andy Shaggy Cordy wants to bring Cookie home so she can work as a full-time colorist, right? And Cindy kept, do I have to put my name on my paper? Only if you don't want to happen to do it again. I had more than one teacher when we wouldn't put our name on a paper, she would just say, you've got till the end of the class, the end of this hour, to come up and claim your paper. Otherwise, I'm throwing it in the garbage, and if I wind up not grading your paper, you get a total F. You're beyond F. So it worked. It cured us of that. So if I heard you right, says Bill Sarden, your new unnamed show on Thursday will be an interview show. Yes, that's why I said it would be an interview show, because I'm going to interview people. And Bill, we could put you on there if you'd like. If you want to, let me know offline. And Starbucks regularly burns the coffee, says Nick Tucker, through the veranda. Though the veranda blonde is great, lighter, less bitter, higher caffeine content. Wow, really less caffeine? Because I know that the roasting process burns a lot of caffeine out of the bean. So that, like your dark roasts, like your Kenya AA and the like, they have a lesser caffeine content than, say, like a French roast, for instance. or a breakfast blend. But yeah, I like the Veranda Blonde. It's not my favorite, but I do like it. I love Sumatra. I kill for Sumatra, and I'll tell you what. There are a number of truck stops. I think some BP gas stations also now have it, but they have a machine that they have like 3 different varieties. I know the Pilot does on exit 4 at Route 41. Not that I've been by it a lot, but they have coffee grinders now that you put your cup under there. You program it for the size cup that you put under there, and you can have you can get room for cream if you want it. Although I always don't ask for cream because they still leave you a gap like that. But anyway, they will grind the beans on spot, and it's like having a robot barista. It is great stuff. Yeah, it's like, is there a coffee shop in Fowler? If not, there should be. Fowler is a great community. Ken Keller, Nam was a farce war for why we went. Indeed, I wrote a poem as a kid about how they came back and they were spit on and booed for their service. Yeah, seriously, a lot of them were. I don't think it's been until the last 20 years or so that Vietnam vets finally got their due. I mean, they fought an unpopular war, but the point is they fought. Unlike a lot of people who did not support the war, I didn't have to go simply because the draft ended 1 month after I, you have to fill out, the military service forms when you turn 18, at least for guys. I don't think women have to do it now anyway. But anyway, we had to register with the Selective Service System. And I even got my draft card. I was 4A, which meant I was unclassified. I'd never taken a physical or anything. And by the time 1 month after I turned 18, they ended the draft. And needless to say, I was greatly relieved by that. I do have a funny story, though. And I've told it before on this page, on this channel. I had a Marine recruiter call me one time to see if I would be interested in signing up for the Marines. I was still in high school, my senior year. I walk in the door, my mom's go, "Oh, well, here's a Marine recruiter wants to talk to you." So I'm, "Hello, sir." And he's like, "Well, Brian, have you been reading all that literature we've been sending you?" I'm like, "Oh, yes, sir, I have." And I had all 20 pounds of it from each branch of the service. And I said, "Yes, sir, I've read every bit of it." And he goes, "Well, what time can we expect you to enlist in the Marines?" I said, "Well, sir, I'm not going to be enlisting in the Marines." He goes, "Oh, really? Well, what branch of the service will you be registering with?" And I said, "Well, sir, I don't plan to register with any of them, frankly." And he got real dark then, and he's like, "You aren't one of those conscientious objectors, are you?" And I don't know what made me say it, but I said, "No, sir, I'm a coward." And he started stuttering. He's like, I said, "Well, have a nice day, sir. Thank you for calling." Handed the phone back to my mother, and she's like, "What did you do to him?" Some people just can't handle honesty. So, and there's an old song, I think it's by Tom Paxton, called "The Draft Dodgers Rag," and the final verse is something like, "When you find a war where there ain't no gore, well, I'll be the first to go." Anyway, Harley Sivak said, "My grandfather, who was in the Vietnam War, said we should not have been over there." Yeah, we were over there for the wrong reasons, but the fact is people went, and that's what we celebrate. And many people gave their lives, and that is who we honor. All right, and Harley Sivak, he was in Vietnam and Korean War. I had an uncle who was in World War II. In fact, most of my uncles were in World War II. My father was part of a very large family. He was in the army. My father was in the army in Korea, and then he was in Vietnam. He worked for the Department of the Army. So, so he had 2 wars under his belt. I figure I fight a war every day against ignorance and hatred. That's why I'm here. Anyway, Cindy Kemp, the show looks funny with all those eyes glued on it. That's true, and you got to keep them moist. Otherwise, Why did you get them in the first place? They shrivel up. They look awful. And he had a 20-year military career. Well, my uncle Bill was in the military from 1963. I think he was in about a decade or so. And then he went to work for a company that contracted to the Navy. So he was in military service basically all of his life, one way or another. And Steph Spitzy says, I agree with Sundays. Give yourself your weekend back. Okay, Sundays has taken a huge lead. And thank you to everyone who has and is voting. And all hail the Queen, says Andy Shaggy Cordy. That's what we should name the show. That's what we should make Clever Title Pending the night that Amy is on, which will be June 2nd at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time. Bring your questions to my interview show because I love the interaction, and so do my guests. We talk about it afterwards. Carl Wisman said, which Lord are we worshiping? It's like country singer and mystery novelist Kinky Friedman used to say, may you be blessed by the God of your choice. So anyway, Indie Creators Unite, Paul S. Ruff says, take Sunday off. All right. You talked me into it, guys. This Sunday will be the final Sunday episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. And thank you to everyone who has and is voting. Harley Slavik, he was a lieutenant colonel and a chaplain. He then became a pastor. And when any of our pastors is absent, he on occasion leads in worship or leads part of it. Well, that's really cool. That is very cool, Harley. Very cool indeed. And Cindy kept foregoing Sunday show makes more sense. Churches shows actually have a weekend. Every day's a weekend for me, Cindy. I live La Vida Loca, the rock and roll lifestyle of an independent author publisher, as you well know. Not my fave choice of because Sunday church is early, but it makes more sense. Well, Cindy, I will eventually be giving up Tuesday and Thursdays too. So that I'll still be on like every weekday, but we'll stagger, just like I frequently stagger when I drink during the Tuesday night show. But anyway, Steph Spitzy says, and yes, hashtag bring cookie home. Thank you, Steph. Appreciate that. Much love, much love. And Andy Shaggy Cordy says, Shaggy looks up. Blasphemy? Someone called. This sounds like a job for Shaggy. And Cindy kept hashtag bring cookie home with chocolate cookies. Now you're talking. Cindy, Cookie she's not here right now, but she will watch this and you will now become her favorite writer. I don't know where I am on the list. But anyway, I'm not even sure I'm on the list anymore. Bill Sargent says, how about Fez-worthy interviews with Brian K. Morris, or the Fez-tastic World with Brian K. Morris, or the Fez Zone with Brian K. Morris? I'll quit now. And this is imposter syndrome. Again, tune in tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending. You will hear many examples of it. You will find reasons to empathize with some tortured souls. But it's the only part, Bill, that makes me hesitant about. Those are great suggestions, except for one part. They're 3 words too long, or 4 maybe with Brian K. Morris. That's the part that I'm like, because I honestly I also see that maybe one day, I might. This is not in the foreseeable future, but it could happen. One day I might not do a show and I might hand it off to someone. I might say, okay, you now are the host of Nevermind the Furthermore, or you can have Clever Title Pending. I may do that one day. I mean, I won't be around forever. And maybe that's my legacy, that the shows will go on with someone who's awesome and probably do a far better job of this than I do. So we'll see. Those are good suggestions, Bill. I will write them down later. And there she is, my darling T.L. Shively. Mwah! And I got to congratulate T.L. Shively for doing her very first live broadcast yesterday for a virtual con. I am so proud of you. You did so great. You really did. And I'm not saying that because I adore you and I love you and worship the water upon which you walk. Hey, Oracle. Yes, Evelyn. Anyway, stopping in real quick to say hi. I have to clean before we cook out today. Happy Memorial Day, everyone, and a special thanks to those who have given their lives for our freedom as well as those who are still fighting. Thank you. Thank you, Lynn. Mwah. And I hope you and Paul and the kids and everybody have a fantastic Memorial Day and feast upon some roast beef just for me. All right. Harley Slavik says, I will never smoke my biological mother. I will never smoke. My biological mother smoked when pregnant with me, and the smoke makes me not feel well. I'm adopted, by the way. Well, Cool. My cousin, my maternal uncle's daughter was adopted, and I think that's awesome. I really do. And here we go. Interview with the Fez. Well, I'll let the Fez take over then. The Fez gets more love than I do. And title idea. I like it, Harley Slavic. Harley, I do like that. I think it's cool. Steph Spitzy says, I just bought a cold brew carafe from Tupperware to try so I get more caffeine. Good girl. Good girl. My gosh, you can be as caffeine laden as I am. And it's funny because my doctor, I have hypertension, and my doctor keeps telling me, you should cut out the coffee. I said, can you imagine what my blood pressure will be like if I don't get any coffee? And do you really want to do an exam on me while I don't have any coffee? In fact, you don't want to be doing the rubber glove thing. I will get hostile. Okay. Anyway, shot past your comments again. And here we go. Andy Shaggy Cordy asks the musical question, is your dino porn leaving you dead inside and out? Are you looking for more from this life or in the next? Then pick up Cemetery Plots from Andy Shaggy Cordy by messaging him or via EmpireComicsLab.com. Yes, definitely check out Empire Comics Lab. A lot of great entertainment. And I'm gearing up some ideas for Andy Shaggy Cordy and Dan Johnson to put inside their wonderful magazines. And Sundog Coffee is in Fowler across from the theater. It is good, if a touch pricey, or so I hear. Yeah, I was wondering if that place was open. I drive through there. We have a friend who lives on the north side who has been having some medical difficulties. In fact, we may be visiting her today. And we sometimes bring like care packages and stuff and come in to visit because she doesn't have a lot of friends. She and Cookie used to work together at University Place in West Lafayette. And she's a little nice lady. She thinks I'm a little peculiar, though, which means nothing wrong with her perception. Maybe Wednesdays if we're there on a weekday. Of course, today I expect them to be closed because it's Memorial Day. But maybe we'll check them out sometime. A lot of these coffee places are a bit pricey. I get it. Drinks actually, I know what they cost to make. It's pretty much pennies. It's a pretty good racket. I should have gone into it. Harley Slavic, order for $31.99 Sonic the Hedgehog with DVD 2-pack, the digital copy, Dolby AC3 format, Blu-ray, rated PG. Contact harleyslavic@gmail.com to order. Very good. Clayton Merwin says, well, loving the show, but have to run. Take care, my friends. Keep creating. Clayton Merwin, thank you, brother, for being here. It's a treat to have you here. Hope to see you more often. And if you want to get an incredible piece of art for your collection, check out the Art of the Hero Maker on Facebook and on .com, because this man is wicked talented. He is amazing. Carl Westman says, in preparation for that show, I've been studying real imposters and oxymoron and why they did what they did. Yeah, and I've just had this odd feeling since I started. When I started, I could understand it, because you read a review and it's really good, and it's like, oh man, that's better than I thought I would get. Or people start doing solids for you, and you're like, oh man, why are they doing that for me? I'm just me. Why is everyone treating me like a star, sort of thing? And I've mentioned it before, but we were at a convention last year where we met Rick Bradley, in fact. And Amy Hale and Kathy Jackson and I, two great authors, by the way, you should get their books on Amazon. We were on a panel, the three of us, the ladies and myself, and we were getting a lot of great questions from the entire audience. And one person was really fired up, and he was giving us a lot of really good questions. And at one point he said, I'm sorry if we're, pestering you with our questions, but we don't get many celebrities here in town. And Amy and Kathy and I are like, let's talk about you, and we're like, not me. It's got to be one of you two. So, that's when I started doing research into imposter syndrome, and it's just kind of a feeling of inadequacy. But we hope you'll join us and bring some really good questions for us tomorrow night at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central on Clever Title Pending, which will be on YouTube. We're now on YouTube. Also, we'll migrate to iHeartRadio and Spotify, as well as the Rising Tide Publications page. And if you want to have a watch party with it, you have my permission, my endorsement as well. And Nick Tockert says, Amanda Tockert will bring cookies for cookies if she comes with you to Arcticon. That that could happen. That could happen, Nick. We are looking at this year. We're kind of throttling back, possibly one or two shows. She may come with me, such as PenCon, and I'd like her to come to SilCon if at all possible. But otherwise, most of the shows I'm going to be by myself as usual. So I don't have to behave at any of those. I don't have to worry about her nagging me until I get home. I can live with it. Anyway, it's one of those things, it's better to ask, beg forgiveness than to ask permission. That's me. Anyway, we would love that, and I'm sure they would be delightful. Thank you, Nick. I love you. You're in a manly sort of way. And Andy Shaggy Cordy, do you need more action at night than you are getting from the dino porn under your mattress? Do you need hard pounding, heart pumping, rubbing it in your face adventure? Then pick up Actionthology from empirecomics.lab.com or by messaging Andy Shaggy Cordy so he can get his comics in your long box. And if you like this message, share Empire Comics Lab with someone you love or would like to. Anyway, and now Meredith Logren has dropped what she's doing, is now clutching the speaker like a drowning person would clutch a life preserver. Anyway, Bill Sargent says, I vote to give up the Sunday show, pretty much the reason for those who do have online church services. Yeah, and I know you're frequently late for that very reason, Bill, and I respect that. I really do. It's just that I probably should have had the show, say, at noon, so everybody could go to church online and then come see me. But I wanted to keep that consistency. So in order to make prevent hard decisions like that in the future, I think this Sunday will be the final Sunday episode of Nevermind the Furthermore for the time being. All right. Andy Shaggy Cordy says, well, wait, they have a cookout at Snake Mountain. Is it smoked beast, man? Ooh, I hope they shaved it first. That's all I want to know. And hopefully Orko isn't cooking. All right. Available for $38.99 from Harley Slavic. Bad Boys for Life with DVD, widescreen, AC3, and digital copy and dubbed. Format is the Blu-ray. We have heard of that. It is awesome, I hear. And it's rated R. He has one in stock, so email harleyslavic@gmail.com if you want to order it from him. And even Decaf gives me the jitters, says Cindy Cap. I get it. Cookie's the same way. That she has a tolerance level for caffeine, and then it starts doing bad things to her digestive system. But even decaffeinated coffee has a small amount of caffeine in it. It's like, it is kind of like the near beer of coffee. There's still a wee bit of alcohol in it, but you probably get more alcohol from mouthwash. You probably would get more caffeine from French kissing me after a couple pots of coffee. Not that I'm saying y'all should do that. Not saying it. But now we're thinking it, aren't we? I know, you want it. Anyway, but no, I'm kidding. Anyway, but no, yeah, I understand caffeine sensitivity. I understand incredible acute sensitivity to various foodstuffs. Cookie cannot handle hops. I mean, she had like a couple sips of a beer in college, and next thing she remembers, she's in the ER. Okay, it really screws her insides up. Bill Sargent says, okay, Brian, how about Fez-worthy interviews with the man who suffers from imposter syndrome? Well, we're going to have more than one person, I suspect. We're going to turn it into like an AA meeting for imposter syndrome with Meredith Logren, Luke Stone, and Carl Witzman tomorrow night, Tuesday night on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central Time. Thanks for setting me up, Bill Sargent. And Rick Bradley, I'm one of those weirdos that can drink a pot of coffee and then go right to sleep. Yeah, if I keep my intake to around a pot and a half, I am still sensitive to caffeine. But for a while, I was drinking in excess of 2 pots a day. And it started when I was working for the water company. So I guess I should be grateful they did fire me. But no, I would drink like an insane amount of coffee. And I could, I would tell people I'd be sitting on the bedside at night, about ready to go to bed, and there'd be a little cup of coffee. So I'd drink the coffee, turn out the light, and just like pass right out. Now I'm a little more sensitive to it. In fact, the over caffeination screwed up my body so much that coffee put me to sleep, but alcohol kept me awake. So anyway, I'm a mess. I'm better now, though. Anyway, Harley Slavic says available for $25.99. Hot Top Gun 4K remastering with Blu-ray digital copy, subtitled and dubbed in the 4K Ultra high density format, and it's rated PG. You can get yours at harleyslavic.gmail.com to order. And Rick Bradley, you all three are celebrities in my book. I'll be up there with you soon, dude. I think you're going to be passing us soon. I seriously do, Rick. You are insanely talented. And you're a little bit insane, which kind of helps too. And Andy Shaggy Cordy says, I can't think of a way to tie in dino porn to the manor other than they are both wired and make you laugh uncomfortably. Message Andy Shaggy Cordy for volumes 1, 2, and or 3. No, get all 3 volumes for dino porn. I mean the manor. Pick up the manor, not dino porn. Dino porn will leave you broken inside. Trust me on this one. Don't ever Google dino porn. It is a frightening glimpse into a side of reality you don't want to know exists. And Steph Spitzy says, yes, can't wait for PenCon again. Yeah, I am. If nothing, I am just, Steph, are you with me on this? That it isn't even so much the sales opportunity. It is just the idea of getting out amongst our own again. I'm a hugger. I'm a handshaker, and while I don't deny I've been practicing with Cookie, that there's just a whole lot of social contact that even an introverted extrovert like myself, or an extroverted introvert, your choice, and who verges on the antisocial, I miss people. I really do. And I have to say, when I had a sale of my books recently, and I told Nick, I'll come and drop your stuff off. He lives 45 minutes away from me, but I'm like, I got to see people. And we were like about 30 feet apart, wearing masks, making sure we weren't cross-contaminating each other. And it was just so good to talk to somebody else. It was so great. And choosing him to talk to was a real joy. And Christine B. McAnally says, bummer, you froze. No, I'm quite warm, in fact. I'm about sweating to death under my fez. Actually, that will happen. And I will say, Christine, and to everyone here, we have a YouTube channel, and I will flash that address. We are hoping to get to 100 subscribers by the end of this month. And I want to take your comment down so we can see the address. Anyway, at YouTube, at Camouflage, yes, I know it's misspelled, Camouflage 61821. And I'd love it if you'd subscribe, because if you subscribe, I will, when I reach 100 subscriptions, which I hope happens before the end of the month, I will get a unique URL. I will be able to choose a unique URL that'll make the page easier to find. We are also going to put up new videos featuring tips on writing and publishing and promotion that I think you will enjoy. I read one of my scripts for Cookie, and she was actually laughing with happiness. She liked it. And also another thing is that the video and sound quality on YouTube is far superior to Facebook, because Facebook is a message board. It is not primarily a video place, although I'm grateful for the start they gave me. So anyway, please sign up for my Facebook page, and it will be greatly appreciated. Please subscribe and smash that like button on any video you see. We've surely got to have something you would enjoy. So please check us out on YouTube. You'll be pleased you did. And now back to the comments. Catching up, and there we go. Glad somebody loves me. I do, Nick. Hashtag love you, Nick. And Christine B. McAnally, I'll catch up tomorrow. Have a peace-filled day. Christine, wow, thank you for being here. Please come back. We missed you. All right. Harley Slavic says $34.99. Bloodshot with DVD, AC3, dub, subtitled digital copy in the Blu-ray format, and it's PG-13. Contact him at harleyslavic@gmail.com. And Teresa, done. About time, girl. Good morning. Sorry I'm late. Well, you're worth waiting for, and we're grateful you're here. Thank you for showing up. Seriously. And thank you, Phil Thompson. Good morning to you. Hope your morning's going well. Alex Adams, excellent. It's Robert. I'm in Facebook jail. I angered Daddy Zuckerberg. What did you do now, Robert? What did you do? Well, anyway, Alex, we won't tell We won't tell the big kahuna you are here, but we're glad you made it. I think it's all those things about saying Pritzker's a prick and stuff like that. See, they're allies. They're allies. I always knew. And Teresa Dunn. I was thinking of Christine earlier leaving. Anyway, I haven't seen her in ages. I'm glad she's here. Teresa Dunn, I'm always glad you're here because she's written a book called Poetry Expressions that is really awesome. And you need to buy it and support this young lady. So anyway, glad you're here, Teresa. Pick up that book. It's available from Cherry House Press in paperback form. Bill Sarn says, Teresa Dunn, I have a note from Epstein's mother if you need it. There we go. That's all any of us need to get through our day. Harley Slavic says, eating out. Take care. Okay, eating out. Have fun eating. Take care, Harley. Have a good day. See you tomorrow. Andy Shaggy Corey, AA meeting of imposters. Am I leading or just signing up? You're welcome to show up, Andy. You're welcome to showing up and bring your excellent questions with you. You are awesome at questions. And heading out, says Harley Slavic. Okay, we were wondering about that. Anyway, Harley, have a fantastic day, and thank you for participating in today's show. Have a great Memorial Day. And the more coffee I drink, says Bill Sarn, the more lethargic and sleepy I get. That means you're doing it wrong, just like I do. Cindy Cap, I'm hoping a con or few happen. Penn Con sounds great. You will love it, Cindy. Oh my gosh. My first year was 3 years ago. And I just walked around and took in a couple panels, took some notes, and I was there for the 2 sales days. I didn't have a VIP ticket. But I was wandering around and I got so fired up and I picked up so many things that I took back from my business that really helped it over the course of the next year. And I just had to become a part of it. So, and I think you'll feel that way too. Although next year will be the final year for PennCon unless somebody buys it. I don't know what's going on after that. And Philip Thompson, can you believe huge gatherings are happening at beaches despite the virus? Yeah, because there are a lot of people in this world, Philip Thompson, who are stupid and selfish, and they think they're right to have normalcy, or what they feel is normalcy in the course of a pandemic, which could lead to these people spiking the coronavirus. I feel very strongly about that. I feel these people are idiots, and although I don't wish it on them, in 2 weeks they may find out how wrong they were. Anyway, thanks, Sandy Shaggy Corey, says Bill Sarn. I have the new title of your Thursday interview show. Get ready for it. Dino Porn Pending. I'm sure Meredith and Luke and Rob will have something to say about that. Andy Shaggy Corey, I don't have to see people, but I do need hugs. It's complicated. Will you come near me, big boy? I'll embrace you. You know what I'm saying? And Steph Spitzy says, yes, I'm not there for sales, but supposed to be an author assistant this year. Oh, very cool. I've met so many awesome people there, and it's close to home. It's a very well-run show, too. It is one of the best-run shows I do every year. It is super clockwork. It really is. So no complaints here. Same here. Sad they're only here for 2 more years, but definitely understand why. Yeah, because putting on a quality show like that takes a lot of effort, takes a lot of time, and they've got their own careers to consider. So I fully agree with them. I am sorry it's happening, like you, and I'll always be grateful to them, and I'll always consider them friends. But I also understand. I really do. I think most people do when they have to give up something. Like I'm giving up broadcast days in order to get my own career back on track. Ted Davies, have a great day. Oh, thanks, Brian K. Morris. Ted Davies, Artistry. Thank you, my young man. Hope you have an excellent day. Thanks for being here, Ted. And good luck with the new show. Keep us posted. And here we go. Cindy Cap says, after you sign up for the YouTube for Rising Tide, sign up for Rising Tide's newsletter at risingtide.pub. Thank you, Cindy Cap. And then if you manage all of that, then you should go to ckoepp.com, which is very much like Cindy Cap's name, you'll notice, and sign up for her newsletter too, because we got to get the Rising Tide working for her too, don't we? And Phil Thompson says, check out my latest comic strip on DeviantArt. Check that out. You will be glad you did. And here he is, the INDEE comics devil himself, Rob Anderson. Thank you, Rob. Oh my God. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate it. Oh, he lists my Amazon page and lists my spirits and also my Goodreads page. Hey, if you like to read books, definitely get on Goodreads. It is a treat. And lot of fun, very interactive. And also Smashwords. Thank you, Rob Anderson, so very much. I appreciate you, brother. I always do. Even when we disagree, it is with love. I know it. It's because we're passionate. Bill Sarton says, I got to get going for now because I have to get started on my commissions. I know it's weird, but I sometimes need money. What? Don't forget to join the Far Out and Groovy People by clicking on Sarton Art 76, the artwork of Bill Sarton, at 7 p.m. Central Time for our Memorial Day Monty Python movie, Time Bandits. Via con Dios amigos. Hey, happy trails till we meet again. Cisco, Poncho. Anyway, Bill, have an excellent day. Thanks for being here, buddy. And Alex Adams truth about how it's okay to gather at Walmart but not Kohl's or church. They said I endangered people's lives. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I see why we're doing that. Hold on a second here. I forgot to plug something in here. And I don't want you people paying the price for it. Come on. Gimme. This is going to be fun. Hold on here. I got the power converter all tangled up there. Oh, there we go. There we go. I knew I forgot to do something. So anyway, the life-giving electricity, the electricity flows through it now. So anyway, Walmart, but not Kohl's or church. They said I endanger people's lives. As we've, I say if we're going to gather at Walmart, we might as well gather at Kohl's. It's pretty much the same thing. Church, it's a little tough to keep social distancing in some places. And what they were trying to do was, and the thing is, Kohl's, I will say, Kohl's doesn't sell everything like Walmart sells everything or Target sells everything. Last time I looked, Kohl's doesn't sell food, or at least not a balanced diet. And they sure as hell don't sell toilet paper. So I understand them being closed as being temporarily non-essential. So, and it's not the truth. Anyway, so there. Anyway, Phil Thompson says, shoutmybook.com. How can we promote? And there we go. Check out the latest book promotion website. Okay, well, let's check that out. Thank you, Phil. Thank you very much. Meredith Logren says that her website is live as opposed to dead and smelling funny. Go to meredithlogren.com and please sign up for the newsletter and visit that friends page there to follow some great people. Maybe even me. I'll be adding more friends to the list soon. Contact me if you want to be listed. Meredith, you are the best. You are awesome. And I look forward to talking to you tomorrow night. I always look forward to talking to you. You're awesome. And we know we're behind still. We're going to try to catch up with your comments, and I lost my place somehow. There we go. There we go. We just had another bunch of comments pop in here. And virtual hug to you too, Cindy. I miss you. And hugs for Andy, Shaggy, Cordy. Hugs for you too. And hug for Andy, Shaggy, Cordy. Let's gang hug him, all right? And let's see, I want to change my banner there. And then go back to your comments. And then Cindy Cap says, I'll hopefully be at PenCon as a vendor for the whole event. I hope so too. You will have so much fun. And the nice thing is, although they were really bad about it last year, the people who cater the event, here's part of the thing. When you get a table there, we get 2 meals prepared by chefs. I mean, gourmet meals. They were really, really, really good. Last year, every year when we sign up for it, in light of the food, we have to list any of our food allergies. Now, I don't have any. Now, Cookie has every one of them, and Cindy has twice as many. And so we had to list all of her food allergies, and at one point, there was one meal she couldn't eat because everything in it had something she couldn't have. And so I wound up buying her pizza, which is, okay. I had some too. But we made sure she got something to eat. But yeah, last year was not great, but I expect that this year will be incredibly well run. I think it's going to happen this year. So anyway, and Rob Anderson is mocking me with his laughter and my plugs. What is it? Ken Ralph was saying, I think it was during one of our interview show with him, that someone get a power strip. Here come the plugs. Anyway. so yeah, but some people like it when I plug them, Rob. You should get so many. You should get so many opportunities to plug somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to make light of anything, Rob, but it's good to be the king. And cable spaghetti. Yeah, no joke. Yeah, I like I said, I did this at the last minute because I was doing battle with a wasp in the house, or a potential one. And stand by for technical difficulties. That's right. It isn't a never mind the furthermore if we don't have technical difficulties, most of which I cause. And the perils of live broadcasting. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, why? Yeah, this is like live broadcasting. I know even from my days back of working for WILL TV in Urbana that a lot of live TV satisfies the Schadenfreude aspect of all of us. A lot of people probably enjoy watching Saturday Night Live for the comedy, for the acting, for the musical acts. And then there's probably a healthy percentage of us that still remember Frank Zappa vomiting on live TV. So anyway, Rob Anderson, for all who have served in the military for the United States of America, I thank you for your sacrifice and dedication. I join Rob Anderson in that. Thank you sincerely. And at least we're getting closer to vaccine. We have got to, Philip. We have got to. In fact, two of my friends in the pulp writing field, artist Rob Davis and Ron Fortier of Airship 27, had a podcast last week where they said that some pulp-oriented shows may still happen. I'm hoping to make one of them, just as not as a guest or a vendor, but just as an attendee. But they have decided that they are not going to go until a vaccine is created. But then again, they are also in their mid to late 60s, I think, maybe even older. And sounds like they may have some underlying health conditions. And as it is, I'm in my 60s. I'm overweight. Males tend to catch the virus more than females. And I have an ongoing heart condition. It's just a heart murmur. It's nothing serious. And hypertension and a whole bunch of other things that make me basically a ready target for the coronavirus. So I'm being very, very careful. And I'm actually monitoring the state of the states that I'll be visiting. I have potential shows in Missouri, Iowa, Illinois, and Indiana. And I expect at least a couple more to say they're not doing it this year. And there's also a couple that I'm simply not looking for more opportunities this year. I'm actually doing quite well. I intended to grow my own. That helps. It doesn't replace my con income, but it helps. And thank you to everyone who has ordered my work through Amazon or directly through me. Cindy Cap, if you want fantastic books to read, go to bearpublications.com. I agree. There is some fine-looking material there, and it deserves your attention. And whoop, whoop, good morning, Eric Hawkins. Eric, how are you doing, my friend? Hope you are doing well. Hey, not Amy Hale, but Meredith Longren may want to talk to you about a show she's doing on Friday night about, artists finding the right, or writers finding the right artist, and artists finding the right writer. You might want to go on and tell her about how working with me is such a PITA. Anyway, Cindy Cap, I bring all my foods to the event. Too many things to dodge, but hey, I no longer have proximity reactions, so at least I can bring my snackage to eat with other humans. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, I frequently like bringing my own food too. Usually power bars and stuff. Got me some ribs on the smoker today. Ooh. Oh, man, you just got my mouth watering on that one. Ribs sound super good today. Good. Bon appetit, man. Bon appetit. And Alex Adams says, Days of the Dead in Indianapolis is still happening in July. Well, it's still happening right now is the thing. A lot of conventions. Now, here's some background information, all right? A lot of conventions don't cancel till the last minute, which kind of annoys me as a vendor or a guest. Because I like to plan far out in advance, and if I get enough notice, then I can try to get a replacement show for that weekend. So it kind of kills my business when they kill their business too close to the deadline. But by the same token, well, the thing is, Indianapolis is still one of the hot spots as far as the C-19 goes. It's one of three Marion is one of three counties in Indiana that, my county, Tippecanoe County, is still is just entered phase 3 as of last Friday. Indy is still in phase 1. And although the Governor Holcomb is going to assess the situation at the end of the month, and if things hold as they have been, then the Marion County and those other 2 counties will graduate to phase 2 of reopening from the coronavirus. So we'll see what happens. But right now we are nowhere near conquering it. And the only thing that has been proven to work, which is even cloth masks and social distancing, the 2 things that have been proven to work, people are now refusing to do. All right. And I don't think that's worthy of debate because, this is coming from scientists, okay, not politicians. And it was easy to find my artist, me. That's true. You didn't talk about how you searched long and hard for someone to write in Zombieful World of Oz, but you finally realize you found the only writer you can work with, right? And CityCap says, I'm currently double booked for 7-11. I'm hoping it sorts itself out. Otherwise, West Des Moines Indie Author Book Expo was first, so that one wins. And that's the thing. I do it the same way, Cindy. If I commit to a show, that takes precedence. And even if I were to get a better offer, which I've sometimes done, I still honor that first show. Which is why that weekend I had 7 different shows scheduled for that weekend. And I had to tell all of them no because I'd already committed to Imaginarium because they took that date first. In fact, they took that date last year. They had that date for a year. And I hear church bells. That's nice. Anyway, I couldn't go to Cape Con, which was a show I'd been attending for the better part of 10 years as a vendor or guest. And as it is, when they moved it, I already had another gig lined up for it was the same weekend as Imaginarium, and then Imaginarium canceled. So I'm kind of like I already told, the other, Cape Con, I can't do it. And there was another show I had agreed to also, although we're going to see how Iowa is as far as progress against progress towards full reopening. The thing is, I went on the state website, Cindy. I couldn't even find anything about it other than just do, social distance and, wear a mask and wash your hands. It's like, it's one of those things where I'm not really nervous about it, but I suspect Cookie will be, and I don't want to bring anything back to her. So some shows have to wait to be canceled for insurance. That's true. And also some shows are, I think, rolling the dice to see if maybe they are allowed to have even a fraction of the people they expect. And I've talked to a couple shows that are going to do limiting the audience. And I think for a show, that's not going to work because you get some people, Rob, you've seen it. They come in and they don't buy anything. They just want to window shop and they'll stay there all day long. But the thing is, if let's say you're only allowed 250 people in and you get 200 people who decide, well, I've got nowhere to go. So this is it. And it's air conditioned and I'm just going to hang around and annoy the vendors. Those 200 people are going to keep 200 potential paying customers out. So I don't see where it is worth my time to attend a show where while I applaud them for following the guidelines, I don't see where it will help me. So, and it's not like these shows are across the street. I've got to drive a considerable distance to get to them. Meredith Logren goes, yes, Eric Hawkins, Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern. That's 3 p.m. your time, Eric. For the Comic Noob topic, how to find the right artist for your story and vice versa. I've got Travis Gibb and hopefully Luke Stone. Would love to have you and Brian in a seat if you're available. On Friday, I might be. I think my schedule's still free, Meredith. If you can fill that other seat, that's fine. But otherwise, I'm yours. Okay. It's just I've done the first two. I'm sure your audience is probably sick of me already. Phil Thompson did 24 Inktober drawings will show in fall. Excellent, Philip. Looking forward to seeing them, man. And Eric Hawkins says, Meredith Walgren, I will still be at work at that time, but I will tune in and listen. So maybe I'll show up and then I'll get the last word on Eric. This will be a change. And Alex Adams. Yeah, I'm not sure how they plan on making it happen. I mean, how would autograph signing photo ops work? It sucks because I want to meet Richard Dreyfuss. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what I suspect will probably happen in that case will be, and I hate seeing this at shows, will be one, I can imagine they will make people attending wear masks. I could see that happening. If nothing else, they will make the attendees wear masks. They will almost have to make the attendees wear masks. And you will not be allowed any closer than, say, 6 to 10 feet to the celebrity. And somebody will take your item, hand it to the person to sign, who will then hand it to another person, at which point you will take it. There will be no photo ops. There can't be. There's social distancing, so you can't have photo ops. So it's basically a wizard world. All right, and must run Seawall tomorrow. Carl Wisman, thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate your being here as always, and we will talk to you tomorrow and tomorrow night on Clever Title Pending at 8 p.m. with Meredith Walgren and Luke Stone on Scratch Your Nose. No, it's about imposter syndrome. Find out what it is. We'll tell you. And Cindy Cap, yeah, Iowa is still gaining 30% week over week. Ah, ouch. Ours, at least in Indiana, is on the downhill curve while our testing is still going up. So, in fact, they've enlisted the help of the state has enlisted the help of some of our Kroger stores to do in-person testing, which is kind of cool. Eric Hawkins, this be my last plug for the Zombiful World of Kickstarter. 47 hours to go. Now, it's fully funded, people. It is fully funded, but there is all kinds of cool swag you can get. And Eric showed me some the other day. Eric, I gotta get the name. I know I've lost the paper I wrote it down. The place who did the card and bookmark you gave me. I would like to get that because I've got some ideas for my own promotional stuff. I'll talk to you offline about that. But after that, I will be plugging the Indiegogo for another 30 or so days. Haha. Hey, we'll help you plug that thing. We're all about plugging. Ask Michaela J. And Cindy Cap says, my dad is a stamp dealer. All their shows have canceled or deferred until next year. They're not even hoping it works out. But then most stamp dealers and collectors are in a risk group or three. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's like a lot of, social distancing with each other is going to be a nightmare. That's going to take some serious logistics. I mean, I've even noticed that in some stores like Walmart, they have you walk the aisle from a certain direction. Of course, Cookie and I never do because we're jerks. But anyway, I can see a convention having to get that started, and it's just the logistics of it. I'd almost rather be safe than sorry. I really would. So hopefully these things will open up. And as it is, I'll have my mask with me. I don't want to take a chance on bringing it back. Cindy Cap, the organizer who runs QuadCon, says that the word is that shows might need to leave a 4-foot buffer between vendor spaces, which would mean they lose a third of their spaces. Yeah. And the thing is, though, a lot of shows, if they have celebrities, a number of celebrities are what they call pay or play, in that if they show up for your show, they get paid. If they don't, if you cancel the show, they get paid anyway. And so a lot of, especially smaller shows, are under a pressure we might as well get something back to at least maybe or perhaps break even, because otherwise we are just going to not make any money whatsoever. And I get that. And also right now, a number of shows are canceling because they rely on sponsorships. Well, those sponsorships are paid for by income, which isn't happening for a lot of places right now. So unless they get Walmart to sponsor their show or a very popular local restaurant, a lot of places are going to be just starting out in the red, deep in the red, with little to no chance of making it back. And so a lot of shows are just going to try to cut their losses. So anyway, Rick Bradley says, one reason why I decided I'm going to wait until next year to start doing conventions. That way I'll have more things to bring, which is good, and to sell, and maybe even some swag for people. Yeah, and like I said, I would love to go to PenCon. I would love for it to happen. I know it would break Rick and Amy Miles' heart if it didn't. I want SI Comic Con to happen. I want IABE to happen. I want Kokomo Con to happen. I'm pretty sure that by October, we're going to have a handle on. I've got 3 shows in October. Those may be the last 3 and next 3 shows I wind up doing at this rate, but we're going to have to see. And that's how smart the rest of us are, I guess, because probably most of the idiots who are gathering at the beaches and at the various celebrations are probably going to die in 2 weeks, I'm thinking. But anyway, that's just me being grim. And Deanne Malcolm is here. Hi, Brian. Deanne, I love you. Thank you for sending me that video. I keep replaying it. It brings me joy to see your work set up. Seriously, I love Deanne. Her husband, Austin, is not quite as pretty, but he's pretty sexy beast himself, and I love him too. But anyway, glad you're here, Deanne. Hope you're having a fantastic Memorial Day. And we are caught up with the comments. And Rochelle Lesser, I saw you sneak in here. Glad you're here. And Stephen Keith Tate, glad to see you too. And that's the thing with the new format and doing it through StreamYard. I don't get told when you're here. So if you like hearing your name on the air, you may have to tell me, because I can only pick up Facebook. That's the most reliable place. And my people on YouTube are pretty well trained, so they know to talk to me. So anyway, yes, for those who wonder, we are, this show is now on not just my profile page, but also on the Rising Tide page, as well as the Rising Tide and the OnCon page, where I will have a show Thursday at 4 p.m. with Ted Davies. It'll be a one-on-one interview, and we hope you'll bring your questions to us. So it's going to be another week, folks. But anyway, we hope you are going to have a great Thursday, or not Thursday. Wait a minute. I was looking at Thursday for my schedule. No, it's Monday, Brian. Monday. It's Memorial Day. And again, we here at Rising Tide Publications would like to salute all who gave their lives so the rest of us could remain free on this special day dedicated to them. And we hope you have a special day too. We really do. And we echo what Rick Bradley says. Everyone take care and stay creative. Thank you, Rick Bradley. You do the same, brother. All the best to you. So anyway, also, we'll go through our litany, and then I think we're going to sign out, because we've been on for 2 hours and more today. Wow. But it's been good. It's been a good time. So anyway, I got to say this. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Bring Cookie home. Keep Cookie home. I can't wait for that day. And Cindy Cap, celebrate the release of Animal Eye with Cindy Cap on Thursday at 6:30 Central Time on the events page there, and without external links, so Facebook has no excuse to squash it this time. Very good. You're learning, Cindy. Please check out that events page and say you're going to go, because it will help her get discovered, all right, in the algorithms. All right. Thank you so much. And Alex Beatty, too. All right. Cool. I just noticed that. Anyway, glad to have everyone here. Thank you for making Monday a little better for us all. I appreciate the conversation. It's been some good stuff. And thank you to everyone who visited and participated. It helps make this show awesome. And thank you for helping me decide on the Sunday show. Anyway, we will have more developments on that as time goes on. So anyway, here's the usual litany. Don't forget Rising Tide Publications page on Facebook. We have at least 2 items of fresh content every day, and often more. Also, risingtide.pub, where you can sign up for my monthly newsletter and check out everything that I have going on right now. And don't forget, tomorrow night tomorrow we're going to have a busy day, as tomorrow we will have another episode of Nevermind the Furthermore, as well as at 8 p.m., our usual weekly show, Clever Title Pending, where we will be talking about the phenomenon, the mental disorder, I guess you'd call it, known as imposter syndrome. We're going to be discussing that with Meredith Logren, Luke Stone, and Carl Witzman. But your questions and comments are more than welcome. We rely on you having good stuff to say. And then we'll be back Wednesday. We'll actually be on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We are no longer doing Saturday shows. All right. And then I think this Sunday will be the last Sunday show. In fact, we may take up the new schedule next week. But anyway, for right now, we will be on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and Sunday this week with Nevermind the Furthermore. And like I said, let's see, Thursday night I will be on Con at 4 p.m. Also, the Comic Book Advocates channel on Facebook and on YouTube. We'll be talking to Ted Davies about his incredible work. Plus, he's got some news that you are going to be excited about. And it's going to give a lift to a number of you who think that just because you do small press stuff that you don't get noticed by the big guys, okay? That's all I'm going to say on it, all right? But it's really exciting news. And then on the 30th, this coming Saturday, I will be at the Indie Author Book Expo virtual convention. We'll have more details, hopefully, before then about what I'm doing. But I think I'm on at 2 p.m. Central Time, 3 p.m. Eastern, and we hope you'll join us there. We'll have a special episode of Nevermind the Furthermore, maybe. Who says I'm leaving Saturday, right? Anyway, thank you all for being here, and thank you all for your participation. Go Brian. Go Brian. Go Cindy. Go Cindy. Oh, yeah. CKOEPP.com. Sign up for that newsletter. You'll be happy because it's the bomb. All right. Thank you all for watching Nevermind the Furthermore this morning. We hope you have a fantastic Memorial Day, and we will see you bright and early tomorrow. And Alex Beatty is one step ahead of me. He knows what's coming up next. Anyway, folks, hope you have a fantastic day. Enjoy your Memorial Day and think of others as you go out there. And always remember, stay smart, stay safe, wash your damn hands, and never apologize for being awesome. We'll see you tomorrow on Nevermind the Furthermore. Also, check out the On-Con show today with Luke Stone at 4 p.m. on the Comics Advocate Network. Anyway, this has been a presentation of the Comic Book Advocates Network and the Geek Insider Network. Have an excellent Memorial Day. Take care, everyone.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!